Hey, friends. Hey, friend. What's going on? I'm sorry it took me so long. I was talking to a friend very quickly. What's going on? Let me turn on the. Let me. So we were just live, and I ended the live, and first comment was, "Oh, hey, friend. Don't see the live. I mean, don't see the chat." And I was like, "It takes a minute for it to upload, but we do have the new feature." So someone type something into the chat. Hello. We live, y'all. Okay, we're live. Okay. Hey, everybody. What's going on? What's the business? Yes, 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 yes. What's going on, everybody? I really did want to cover a few news stories, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm really with the shits today. So I'm sure you guys are not gonna mind. So hold on a second. Let me see. Where am I? Where am I? Okay. So you see the chat is coming up now on the screen. Hello. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to Real Talk Bougie. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Let's get into it and a little bit of gossip. Hey guys, how are you? What's going on? What's the business, guys? I wanted to let me see if I can find the best setup for us. Hold on. Trying to find a good setup because I watched a live today and it was so funny because the hostess was talking about how Nesto had just had some huge wins and they had no choice but to handle that business of canceling those particular charges because the clock had run out and it was a huge win for Nesto. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Very cool. Cool, cool. And yeah, let's get into it. I just said we're not going to even waste a minute because this live was quite entertaining. I listened to about 10 minutes and I already knew I was going to have to listen to it with you guys. So let's just jump right on in. Okay. We're over here at where are we at 2155 we're over here at Bent Creek. Okay, as you can see the reflection, the F-150. Okay, look, F-150 right there. My seat is right in front of the G-Wagon, okay? You guys know this scene, right? Okay. Let's hear what's going on. Okay. You guys be quiet because this is a part of the YouTube streets we're not really supposed to be at, but we're gonna just go over. Okay, you said this is great. I'm taking a screenshot of this. I'm going to start today. Oh, what's going on, Jay Blake? Oh, you guys are swapping it. I would start with light weight 3 to 5. Okay, okay. You're giving. Oh, look at y'all networking and workout plans. Okay, girl. Very sweet. Yes, the Madison thing. Well, do you want to, you guys, look, we're just gonna, let's not waste a minute. Let's watch this and then we'll round it out with Madison. I mean, why not? We're very off track um on today because normally we don't try to put this on the main stage, but this is what it's gonna be right now. Okay. Okay, let me put this. Where is it? Oh, it's probably little. Okay.
I want to share a second. All right, this is the second time they have given Mr. Williams. Hold on a second. Let me go over here. Hold on. This is the second time they have declined to prosecute him, right? This is the second time. The first time, then they went and turned around and did another pre-indictment complaint, right? And now they're doing the second time, okay? Earlier in the year,
I was
looked at
watching
the
this. I wanted to
system.
scream.
You know the system? Huh?
No, this was 3 days ago. This was a gloat section. Did I say that right? This was a on some gloatery. That they dropped the charges, the adult, the child sexual abuse material is a better way to call it rather than child pornography. That's the old term. So it's CSAM, child sexual abuse material. Okay. When they dropped the CP charges, this was that. Okay. So let's be, this was a big win for Nesto. I'm purposefully not showing the screen because I don't want to. It says big win for Nesto, IS Nestos. Is Nestos, I'm so used to seeing you guys put capital IS for Infamous Sylvia. Is Nesto's latest move a game changer? Girl, all right. This was 3 days ago. It was a big win. Okay. This is the title of the video. All right. And it was the date of this video was May 17th. Okay. Okay. I just want to be clear. I'm going to put up a thing. Okay. Copy. Let's see. This has nothing to do with yesterday, okay? I just want to be super duper crystal clear, okay? All right, let's go.
Okay. I looked at the system, right? And I had seen that the system had said that the date they were like they were behind in the prosecution because they have a clock in their system and it tells them how much time that has gone by in that particular case in for them to be able to do something about it, right? If they don't do,
why is it so hard to articulate a thought in a cohesive sentence? Why is this
something
so hard?
in the system in Fulton County system, it starts popping up like it's red, and it has numbers that how many days this particular thing has been in there, no action has been done. Just to keep record of all the cases that has not been prosecuted, and they have a timetable to get it done, right? So his case hit another milestone of not getting done. So they decide
She's trying to explain to everybody
his case.
What happened.
Right?
But what she didn't factor in as they were taking a victory lap for the child sexual abuse material, aka CP charges, child pornography, was that they were indicting him on the sexual assaults. Okay, baby. Whilst they were taking a victory lap for no prosecution on one, baby, it was a full on indictment on the other. Dun, dun, dun.
And they said, even though they have probable cause, they're not prosecuting. Look, you see, it says right here, it says,
See, it says
decision
right here.
of the district attorney declined to prosecute defendant. Now comes Finding T. Willis, district attorney of the Atlanta Judicial Circuit, state of Georgia, and shows this honorable court the following. The facts of this
She
case
needs to
have been
go and not
reviewed
cover
with the
Diddy
arresting
like she's
officer,
been
and it has
doing.
been determined that
What has she been doing? I saw Neek at night caught her outside yesterday. Are y'all following me? If y'all are following me, hold on a second. Neek. Girl, Neek was outside. Hold on. Neek. No. Hold on. I know I posted it. You guys probably saw it. I posted it. Oh, you know where to find it? Hold on a second. All right, let's keep going. I'll find it. My bad.
probable cause
I'll find it,
existed.
you guys.
You're
Yes, we're
right.
following along. Okay.
For the defendant's arrest. However, it is the decision of the district attorney to not prosecute the above named defendant under above how reference.
If you guys are not, okay, number one, if you're just now tuning in and you're looking for Diddy coverage, we just closed out that live. So pop out of here and go to the Diddy live day 8. We just got all the way caught up until the forensic psychologist took the stand. We covered a little bit of her testimony. We looked at the docket. We read the synopsis from yesterday. Like, we're caught up. Homeland Security, they found a bunch of baby oil in Astroglide, and we'll get back to it. But that's your Diddy update. It's in the previous video, so get into it. Right now, we are with the shits of the YouTube streets and Earnest Williams, and a video that was celebrating a victory lap for the district attorney of Fulton County's notification of decline of prosecution for a particular charge. Meanwhile, they were getting ready to come with the smackdown on a sexual assault case with some very serious felonies attached.
Fulton County Superior Court case number for charges listed therein. The state does, however, you hear this? However, reserve the right to bring charges within the requisite statute of limitation for charges enumerated under the case number. So they know they were in violation of the time frame. So what they do, they chose not to prosecute. This is the second time. Remember last year they did that, but then they turn around and put another one in there, right? This is the second one.
They put another.
This is the second time they did this, right? But they know for a fact that they do not have enough to go move forward with indictment.
Really?
Right?
Okay.
This is the second time now, right? And this is the same thing for the other case. You know, the one with the servitude, you know, the grape situation.
Really? You happen to know for a fact they don't have enough to prosecute that case? Interesting. Really now? Oh, interesting. She said they do not have enough to prosecute that case. You know, the one with the servitude? Baby. Oh, okay. Let's hear a little bit more about that.
They don't have a servitude. The same
Which
thing for the other case. You know, the one with the servitude, you know, the grape situation.
Really?
They don't have enough evidence for them to actually indict him. Okay. You can't just say a person just did this and then not indict them, you know? So it shows you the only thing that the Earnest that they could really say they have some evidence and some proof is the stuff with the financial crime. You know, the financial crime? And that's what I been trying to tell folks, and that's why I had backed away from with that CP thing, because most criminals, most people who do crime, they do the same crime over and over. You hear what I'm saying? The same type of crime. Okay. In his background, he has never had any kind of force crime, sexual crime against anybody. Right? He might be a gigolo. He might be one of those that manipulate a woman by his looks, and a woman want to drop their drawers. But as far as him raping, graping, or even chop pee, that's not his MO. His MO is financial crime based on his history, his background. I'm just saying his background. I'm not saying he did these particular crimes he's being charged for, but his past crimes have been financial crimes. Okay. His past crimes are financial crimes. You know, that kind of stuff. So for them, see, I think the police officer, the Risewell police officer, was overzealous, and they wanted to hold him for something. So they put those type of crimes on them. And they know when you put those type of crimes on an individual, it is hard for those individuals to get a bond. You understand what I'm saying? It's very hard, because when you do a crime against children and women, those crimes are very, very hard to try to get a bond, because you are a risk in society. You know, they don't, that's why he should have got a bond a long time ago with these financial crimes. I'm not saying financial crime is not important, but they're more like white collar type of crime. You know, somebody stealing your identity, which is terrible now. It's very, very terrible. But
it's just let her talk. Let her cook.
Rape charge right now is still on a complaint. It's not even an indictment yet. And this man's been arrested since 2022, right? And supposedly the grape situation happened 2019, right? And 2021, right? Now, if you had concrete evidence, shouldn't you have indicted the man already? Shouldn't you have indicted the man already? What do y'all think? Shouldn't he have been indicted already? If you have concrete evidence, they said they had probable cause, but evidence that would follow through will help you to get a conviction.
Girl, she's just freestyling. Don't you think this whole entire
if they had
monologue.
Real evidence, they would have already did an indictment?
I don't know. And she's probably looking at the chat for answers like, okay, guys, I need you to be interactive with me. Come on, let's I need you guys to answer. Come on, let's engage. It's not on pause. Okay. We're going to speed ahead a little bit. Girl, she's just quiet right now.
Question. It was a question I was asking for the whole. Exactly. Thank you, Serena. Thank you, Ms. Richard, for answering my question. It was a question I was asking for the whole group of 31 people, and nobody seems to be responding. Nobody seems to be responding.
Well,
just like the other case, that one's going to be dropped as well, y'all. It's going to be dropped, just like the CP one's going to be dropped, because they keep redoing the same freaking case.
Okay.
I mean, if you notice, here's a clue to this, y'all. Here's a clue. They charge him with a Rico, right? In a Rico,
catch this tea, guys.
In a Rico, listen to this. They charge him for a Rico. In a Rico, you can put everything in there. You can put the kitchen sink. Why didn't they put those two charges in the Rico? Why didn't they put those two charges in the Rico?
I don't know. You tell us.
Y'all could ask yourself that question. Exactly, Miss Richard. Exactly.
In the study group.
You would have put that as part of the Rico, because that would have made your case stronger, right? No, they had those charges in there for that, to be able to hold him with no bond or high bond. Because remember, at first, it was not giving him a bond. And then they turned around and made the bond so high, it was outrageous. And let me tell you something, y'all. After these charges, they're dropped. Nesto is coming home because he has time served now. Because remember, you only have to serve 30% in the state of Georgia to be eligible for and they're gonna give him a nice plea deal.
Okay, so she is dropping some tea that I don't know if she was authorized to put out, but allegedly Will Wooten This lady who is supposed to be a courtroom blogger over there in Fulton County is saying that you are giving a nice plea deal. And with that nice plea deal, he should have time served based on what he's already done. That's what this lady is alleging. I would love to hear if Sean Hoover has anything to say about um misinformation or giving out bogus information, because ma'am is making an assertion that Nesto is getting a deal, and that the deal, he would get time served credit. So number one, he's getting a deal. That's what she just said. Did y'all hear that? Number two, that the deal would be able, he would get credit for the time that he's already done, which we already know that that happens, right? Um, how would she know this? Well, how would Sonya know this? How do they know all this?
They're gonna give him a nice plea.
Let's hear that one more time.
30% in the state of Georgia to be eligible for and they can give him. They're gonna give him a nice plea deal.
How do you know?
They're gonna give him a nice plea deal, and they're gonna
How
handle the
do
other
you
case as
know?
well. So he is gonna come home.
I was accused of providing misinformation, and I've never made any assumptions like that. Thank you, baby. I appreciate y'all. Member milestones, loud and wrong, period. Okay, okie dokie. Thank you, boo boo. Let me address these real quick because I didn't even see them. Girl, I was so busy trying to set this thing up. Okay. Thank you, okie dokie. Thank you, baby. She's an introvert, just loud and wrong. How unfortunate. It's just a mess, right? Very much so. Boom. Okay. And then thank you to my boo boo. You were accused of providing misinformation about this case, but she gets to be loud and wrong while breathing hard and snorting. Isn't it disgusting? It's so disgusting, right? But she's saying that they're basically going to give him a deal. How does she know? How do you know, ma'am? That's what I would like to know. Who told you? And maybe they were going to give him a deal, but he seems like he's going to need another deal and another one and another one. Let's listen to that very carefully, because that is what they are alleging. Thank you, boo boo. She's so embarrassed. It's embarrassing. Okay. All right, let's in light of the fact that Sir just got indicted on some very serious charges yesterday, right?
Bond so high, it was outrageous.
Okay. Girl, I'm out here by the G-Wagon, okay? Don't play with me. Okay.
And let me tell you something, y'all.
After
After
jump
these
into
charges,
the G-Wagon and go pick up a salad after this live, okay? Okay. When was this recorded? Didn't I put that on the screen, y'all? I did it so I wouldn't have to answer the question a million times. This was from this was from 3 days ago. Look up at the hold on, let me make sure I did it right. If there's not a pinned comment, baby. Okay, May 17, and it was May 17. So is this 3 days ago? All right, hold on. Let me get to live chat. I did a nice little comment. Hold on. Do I still have it? Let me see. Okay. I'm going to pin it this time. May 17, Sylvia predictions. She said huge win for Nesto. Okay. Hold on. Ooh. Are we here? All right. Make sure to hit the thumbs up for me, please. Sassy, thank you, boo boo. Nesto's sister wives are the epitome of fuck around and find out. Okay. On par, period. Okay. That's on some period poo and on some Nesto trying to bring back on fleek. If Nesto does not stop saying on fleek, even when on fleek was on fleek, it was still not. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we leave on fleek in the past, Nesto? Nesto, we know you've been sitting in the pokey for a minute, but on fleek wasn't even something a gentleman typically even used. Okay. Where's my comment at? Okay, here it is. Just in case, you know what? You know where I should put that comment? I'm gonna just leave that right there because we can watch the chat on the screen now. So, because we're all high tech and everything.
It dropped. Nesto is coming home because he has time served now. Because remember, you only have to serve 30% in the state of Georgia.
So, if he has time served and they're gonna give him a plea deal, and he's gonna get credit, right? That means he's gonna have to admit to guilt. So that must mean that he's ready to admit to his wrongdoings to take a plea, right? To take a plea deal, what do you have to do? Plead guilty, right?
Georgia to be eligible for and they're gonna give him a nice plea deal. They're gonna give him a nice plea deal, and they're gonna handle the other case as well. So he is gonna come home.
Oh, and she said they're gonna handle the other case because the child sexual abuse material, yeah, that was taken care of. They were taking a victory lap if you're just now coming in. And she said they were getting ready to handle the other case, which is the sexual assault case that just got indicted yesterday. Okay. She claims that he's supposed to be getting some sort of a deal, Sean Hoover, allegedly. He's supposed to be getting some sort of a deal. Do you have any comment, Sean in the bushes? Do you have any comment on that? There's a blogger out here reporting that there was a huge win for you guys, and I'd like to hear about it because I don't hear anything about a big win. What big win? What win?
He is coming home. Because I've seen people in Rice Street who got murder cases getting good plea deals. Murder cases, y'all.
Murder cases. Plea deals. Okay. Girl, his last client got life plus 20, and you guys heard that reported here first. Okay. Yes, we brought you that information swiftly as it happened. Okay. Life plus 20. That's what Sean's bringing to the table.
So those content creators better find something else to do content on and move on from Nesto, because Nesto.
Why be worried about what other folk doing? See, you know how they teach you in kindergarten? If you be worried about what you're doing, you don't have to worry about what other people are doing, right? Far be it for me to tell somebody else what to do. I don't even care. But
baby, old news now, y'all.
It's old news. It's old news. We reporting old news over here.
Find something else to do,
girl. Old news.
It's not going to be a content for y'all anymore. It's going to be over. Vamoose. Game over.
I love this video. Guys, if you're in here and you have not hit the like button yet, there is some misreporting on the YouTube streets about a particular situation, and baby, we're talking about it, okay?
Because once the judge made that decision about that, those getting the information from that car, I told you the judge was leaning towards the defense. They don't be talking about me and my false.
Wait. Okay, wait.
Charges, you know it. They don't be talking about me and my false charges. You know it. Miss Richard, you know that's where they're going to come after. They're going to come after me. And look, they already said I couldn't travel out of state on a misdemeanor.
I don't give a good goddamn. I don't know who said that.
Then they said I had a fake press pass.
I don't care if she's on a damn stage
from the mayor's office,
Mrs. Olson.
From the precinct and all that, and they still say it was fake.
Clock that. Clock that.
They still say it's fake. Why do people just get so mad because God gives me favor? Why do people get so upset? I need to ask Scorpios. KK Scorpio, since you're one of my haters, why do you get so angry with me because of faith?
How did Bougie Gang get involved? She needs permission to travel. Isn't she on a bond though?
KK Scorpio, you're one of my hating folks that you can't stand my guts. I'm always in my chat. Why do y'all? I need to ask you that question. Why do you dislike me so much and just like anything negative about me? KK Scorpio, please tell me.
When you have to battle with your audience, baby, I'm not going to even get into it, but it's just, I'm just not. I'm on some do 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 do. Okay, a mess. Okay, let's see. On to the next. Let's see. Next scene. Um. Okay, so Nesto is getting ready to get time served, according to her. She says that. Let me move myself over here. She says Nesto's getting time served, and he's getting ready to get a nice plea deal. And they don't have enough evidence for what they're trying to do, and people are going to need to move on and get a different content. It's time to vamoose, because, which I know it's vamos, okay, vamonos, okay. She said it's going to be time because it's not going to be no more content over there, okay. So find another content, find something else to do, and that's it. Okay, awesome. Okay, period. um and that, to that I say, okay, let's keep going.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for KK to answer me.
I'm not sure what was going on
First
here
of
because I
all,
did
I
not look
hate
at the
no one.
chat.
That is really harsh word. Well, you dislike me a lot. How about that? You dislike me a lot. How about that? You have no love for me. I don't dislike you. I don't know you enough to dislike you, but you have said some negative things about me.
How did
Could
a
you just answer the
live
question and stop evading my question, ma'am?
how did a live stream that is about the district attorney deciding to not prosecute turn to a battle with someone who is in your chat? I don't even understand how that happened, but I wasn't there, so I can't
Stop evading my
really.
question. Are you reading my? I'm reading your comments. You have said some nasty things to me in the past. You haven't said it lately, but you have in the past. You have said some nasty things. That's why I remember your name. And don't deny it now. I just ask you a question. Okay, it says, I stick to the truth and the documents. It's not over until the lady sings either way. I don't even dislike you. What document do you stick with? Because
Why is she having someone who, look, you guys, look, I'm not even gonna, you guys understand, like, I'm not even gonna say it. It's just ridiculous. It's like, you know how, like, when you go to a comedy show and the comedian, like, someone's laughing way too hard, or they're laughing not at the actual punchline, and the comedian feels like someone is trying to get up under their skin or whatever. That's what seems like is going on here, and like she's falling for it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's what was happening, but that's how she's taking it, right? She's taking offense to whatever comments or opinions were shared, and instead of staying on track with the topic, you're arguing with someone who is patronizing your chat. They're in the chat. You're getting watch time. That watch time equals money. Okay. Yeah. It's almost like she's treating this particular chatter like a heckler. And all you have to do is stay focused and deliver your information. Right.
only thing I haven't seen in Earnest thing is just the allegation.
She has no topic.
They haven't brought any concrete evidence out. I'm a person that can agree to disagree. Okay. But you have said some nasty things to me, KK. Come on now. Stop it. You're not gonna tell, you're not gonna say you never said, you are not gonna type in my chat say you never said.
See, sometimes you got, like, this is the type of person you got to avoid like the plague, like someone who really just wants to damn argue. That's crazy, right?
A negative, nasty thing to me. You gonna say that? Or you gonna be just like me, not remember what you say? You gonna be like me? That is a lie. I have not said anything negative about you. If I don't agree with you, I don't agree with you. I'm not telling you to agree with me. I never said to agree with me, but you have said some nasty things to me. And you have called people out their name. You have. Especially Sonia. That's why I remember your name. Yeah, it has nothing with you agreeing with me. There's no way I would want anybody to just agree with me without having a valid reason to agree with me.
Ridiculous.
What do you mean it's not true? KK, I have deleted a lot of your messages in the past because they were nasty messages.
So why are you addressing her in your chat when you say that you're trying to discuss Nesto's big win? What is the point? Like, it doesn't even matter.
And you cannot say that. That's why I remember your name.
Ridiculous.
It is not a lie. That is not a lie.
Wait, some heifer over there told me she was a lawyer, like I was supposed to be afraid. They was mad because of the ugly pic as my avatar. Oh, okay. And what was that? Like what was being a lawyer? What was the effect of that person being a lawyer on your avatar? What they were coming for you? They were coming for you? Girl, you think so, Jen? Hey, Jen. Hey, Boo Jen. How are you? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, like, how are you clocking her comments? You know what I'm saying? I can't even always recall what you guys individual, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't try to keep a record of what people say, what they don't say. I'm focused on, I'm just going to speak for me. I'm focused on whatever the topic is at that moment. You guys are here to converse with each other. I click on random. You guys know it's very random. Sometimes I sit here and just go in a row. It's almost just like a reflex. I can do it very fast now and just click on comments so they're showing up. But at the end of the day, I'm not reading every single comment because I'm also trying to think of like my next segue, or I got to go to another screen. It's time to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm running a whole entire show. So sometimes I read your comments. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I may even respond without reading it out loud. You guys know how I do, right? But at the, you know, if you want to engage with someone, why not just reach out to that person outside of the chat? Like, that's just so combative. It's like, that's weird. Okay, let's just get back into it. We
Anybody
can finish it up and then we can watch Madison try and find a date.
can one of my mods pull up her messages? Can y'all pull up her messages from the past and then screenshot it and send it to me so I can read it to her? Hopefully I didn't hopefully I haven't deleted
If
it.
you have deleted her, if you said you deleted her messages in the past, what makes you think you're going to be able to see her chat history? What makes you think you can see her chat history? You're not going to be able to see her chat history. You've deleted it. Duh. Let's sit out in front of Fulton County. This is where we need to sit. This is it right here. This is that lick. Let's sit out in front of Fulton County where Ernest Williams just got, or should we sit on the cell block? Where would you guys like to sit? The cell block or on Rice Street? Which one, guys? Put it in the chat. Or shall we stay in the bushes? Which one? Okay. Which one? Or should we sit out in front of Nesto's that doesn't exist anymore? Okay.
Court documents. There's no court documents. There's no court documents. The only thing you heard from the actual, and that's not, you've had arrest records. The court documents is not even, you didn't even see the court document. Only thing you saw was motion and hearing things. The court, what you saw was not a court document. It was arrest record. That's not part of the court. That's from a different system.
Cobb County would be
The
better.
arrest record, that's what you saw.
Cobb County, I feel like catches strays because Cobb County really has nothing to do with Nesto other than that's where he sleeps. Because he's really under Fulton County charges. He just sleeps over there because he's an old guy and they're trying to not have this visible inmate have anything happen to him because he is celebrity adjacent. He is the ex-spouse of somebody who works for somebody very rich and very famous, and they low key he's benefiting from that. He's getting that he's getting the opportunity to not, be with everybody else. How are you a court lawyer? I don't even know. Okay. 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 Queen Brielle. Okay. Nestor doesn't even get to eat off the cob. He doesn't. He doesn't. How are you a court vlogger and you don't even know motions are court documents? Let's sit in front of a Skeletor Winnebago of Skeletor's Winnebago. I think I have. Hold on a second. Let me see what I can do. I think I did download the trailer. Maybe. Hold on. No, I don't. I didn't put it in this profile. Where is it? Okay, let me. Girl, Miss Shirley's like, what am I doing here?
And you heard people reading the arrest record. And remember, you can arrest anybody based on one-sided accusation. You didn't hear the other side of the person's story. It's one-sided. Yeah, somebody please send me the please send me her clippings. I mean, whoever has mods, one of y'all, please.
See, this is where she gets accused of being messy and then doesn't want to understand why people say that, because you have your mods who are now tasked with doing your dirty work.
Go get it.
You want them to go find her chat history, okay, and screenshot it and send it to you so she can read. This is supposed to be a live for someone to click into who has a general interest of Ernest Williams and understand what's going on with his case. But what she wants to do is ask her moderators to go do dirty work, find an individual's chat history and read it to them and degrade basically a paying customer who is patronizing your chat, giving you watch time, and like prove your point about the fact that you two have differing opinions or whatever the case might be, and think that that's a good thing to do. That's absolutely insane, right?
CMT, are you around? Hold on, KJ.
It's messy. It's very messy. It's very trollish. And then I would just wonder, like all of these YouTubers that she's meeting out in front of the New York City courthouse, if they click into any of these videos and just watch this video and think like, oh yeah, I won't be coming onto your channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be mortified.
You saying nasty stuff or the court documents? Hold on, I'm trying to get it from the people.
Do it for yourself. Go to your studio, use your functions. I'm going to tell you this. I don't have one managing moderator. All my moderators have the same. It's just chat function. That managing moderator, no. Be able to go and pull kind of like functions that I can from my studio. It's not even necessary. I think that's, moderators, I just don't think it's appropriate. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. Why would you even? That's not what pulling a chat history is for. I've seen creators want to check chat history to see if you've ever sent something sly or shady. I'm going to be honest. The minute someone's slick or shady, I just block them. I don't worry about somebody coming back and like, oh, are they shady? Are they slick? No, because they're already blocked. If someone is nasty to me, then they're very much welcome to continue to watch. I'm just not going to engage with them. You know what I mean? Sometimes people want you to push. Sometimes people want to push you until you block them. But to go back and forth in a live stream and then ask your moderators to go pull tracking information to substantiate why you have taken a sharp left turn off of your topic to denigrate someone in your chat, like that's crazy.
Let me see if Mimi could get it for me. Hold on. Let me see if Mimi could get it.
And then calling out people saying, oh, let me get Mimi. Whoever that is. I don't know any of those people. Whew, what time is it? It's 1:20. Okay.
There's a bond request also for Nesto. There's a bond request that's coming up. There's a bond request coming up for Nesto. Hold on, let me call Sonia. I gotta call her now. She texted me. Let me call her so we can have her on the phone.
This is gonna be.
You sent me something. Thank you, Miss Richard. Hold on. Let's call Sonia.
I don't think you can see him, but he's right here. Lammy's like, Mom, can I go outside? Mommy, can you let me go outside, please?
Good morning. You're live, and don't say anything you don't want the live people to hear you.
All right, let me let Lammy go outside.
No, live. You live.
Oh, you're live.
Yes, I'm live.
Right. Can you see dog paws on me? Lammy's trying to. Okay, let me run Lammy outside. Lammy and Portia.
Yeah, it's not that early.
Oh my God, it's Saturday. It's sleep in Saturday. I've been up since 8.
You've been up since 8?
I don't sleep in no more. I actually sleep on a better schedule now that I'm not in an apartment. I actually go to bed like at 12 now. I'm up by 8 o'clock.
What?
Yes, I used to be asleep by 6, in the morning and then up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So my schedule is drastically shifted. But I'm just chilling. What's it with you?
Nothing. I'm live talking to the people.
How are the people?
People, how are you guys? Sonia wants to know how y'all doing.
How are they feeling about the first week of his trial?
We're talking about Nesto.
Oh, y'all talking about Nesto? What's going on with Nesto?
No, we're talking about and I explained to them about the state last time they dropped it and they picked it back up and stuff. I talked about that, but they really
they reset the clock.
Yeah, they can't reset it because it's not new charges. It's still the same charges. They can't because when on the system, when I was looking at the system, it has it already in red. Even if they think they can reset it, it can't reset because it's the same charges. Because they got to go from the original date of the actual arrest information.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But I think they're gonna have in front of the judge motions regarding bond too.
Oh, I just told them that.
Yeah, so they're gonna have some bond issues at the hearing as well.
So how is he doing? How's he holding up?
He's tired. Of course, that's what they do. They hold you in there, drag it out.
I'm telling you, if Nesta wasn't fucked up before, he's got to be now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got the two biggest. Like, this is just. Let's just finish this up.
Make a person beg for free or say anything to get out. It's tiring to sit somewhere, especially,
Yeah.
It's one thing when you out here committing crimes, you expect to go to jail because that's what I'm doing, this, that, and the other. And I know a lot of people want to say that he's guilty, but there have to be proof, not accusations. You need proof of guilt. Anybody can be accused of something.
And I was just saying that on the chat just now. Anybody can be accused of something, but
anybody can be accused of anything. And I just feel like it's a pattern with that office. They go after things that are linked to celebrities.
And so Steve is not linked to it no more. Steve is not.
No. He's never been linked in a sense. But if you look at the press conference that was held, and they mentioned subpoenaing Steve Harvey, why would you subpoena Steve Harvey? He has nothing to do with the case. He
Yeah.
doesn't know anything.
Steve Harvey walked Shirley Strawberry down the aisle. Ernest Williams proposed to Shirley live on a nationally syndicated iHeartRadio program where Nesto brought Shirley into a bigamous relationship. Nesto said he talked to Steve Harvey before he proposed. So when you're laying the groundwork of the relationship, why not talk to someone who had an integral part of the relationship? Did you not see them talk to Cassie's friend? Cassie hadn't talked to her in 7-8 years, but she was around, right? She was an integral part of the relationship. So they talked to her, right? Why would they bring in Steve Harvey? Because it's relevant. Okay? She's so jealous of Shirley's proximity. Why didn't you close your legs to married man? Then you wouldn't have to be so bothered about Shirley's boss. Okay?
Any of those women. But you're going to subpoena him? Why? Say what? You know?
Yeah.
So it's just, the person I feel like, the only person that I see with all the evidence that I've seen, they let her go. But she's not linked to anybody famous. She's not linked to anybody famous. Just like the same thing. Why did you go after YSL and try to make Jeffrey, you know, this, that, and the other? That man was 10 years into a rap career that had nothing to do with street life. You know, but they made it all about him. You know, he was a celebrity, just like the Little Baby situation. When he made that rap video and they made that press conference trying to link him to a shooting. Oh, he had no business in that area. And because he did a video 2 streets over, this, you know, and I'm like, that had nothing to do with what transpired. But they just keep trying to link everything to celebrities. I mean, that's just my take on it. Everybody has a different view of everything, you know?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I just, like I said, when his first attorney said this, when he first got arrested and he should have made bond, and there was no other information, you know, he should have made bond, and they kept that one case.
I know Shirley is like, in Jesus' holy name, I just want to thank you.
Without bond, because, you know, they kept trying to, every month they kept charging him with a new charge, with a new charge, with a new charge for the first 6 months when he got arrested. And his attorney said, who did you piss off? Because there's something political going on with your case. This isn't right. He's been through 4 attorneys. This was the first attorney. You know, the Bentley dude with the red hat, you know, the red bottom hat. The Bentley dude was his first attorney. He said something's not right with this. You know, there's something going on. And he couldn't figure out because he was like, you know, I just be minding my business. You know, but
Patterson
to a celebrity. You know, and I feel like that's what it was. Everybody want to be, you know, a famous politician or a famous detective. It's not about the case; it's about glorification of it all. But again, everything I've seen, you know, says innocent. So I haven't seen anything that says guilty.
She won't stop talking. So Sylvia knows that Sonia really shouldn't be talking about Nesto's case. She knows she's not. She has to know that Nesto messaged her not too long ago and said, my attorney feels like you're trying to sabotage my case. But because Sylvia has this clown on speed dial, and this clown likes to pick up the phone and talk her favorite topic, which is her felonious boyfriend, it's nonstop stupidness.
What I look at more than anything, facts. I look at the facts. So he's tired, of course. You know, this is, I mean, one day in jail is, you know, a lot. You know, think about it, going on 3 years. Yeah. 3 years sitting in jail, and no case takes 3 years. No case. Okay.
I mean, without an
Funny again.
actual proper indictment, I mean, come on, it's ridiculous.
Should have been 6 months and done. There was no additional investigating in any of these charges. None. It was cut and dry. He said he took her credit card and misused it. Okay, why aren't we in court? You know, said he took this, that, and the other. Okay, why aren't we in court? There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no thing that should take 3 years. But again, the pattern I feel like it is, and I saw that with YSL. I watched that case. I watched to see how this office moved. You sat there and held all those guys with no bond, saying they were a threat, a danger, and they haven't done anything that was, you know, or would have been, because everybody was in jail. So who were they going to be a threat to on the streets? So everybody that showed up in court didn't have anything to say, you know, so, or had nothing. It just didn't make sense. But again, if I hold you in jail, you're more likely, if you're innocent, to take a plea. Because if you're out free, you're going to see it through. You're going to be like, no, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. And you're not going to take a plea. You're going to see it through. But if you're in jail, locked up, you're going to beg, just let me out. At this point, just let me out. And that's basically how everything's looking with these cases. Yeah, pay attention. Can't tell me anything different because, like I said, that one guy that on his CP charges, he just got arrested in Fulton County. He is a youth pastor. He's around children. And, you know, they gave him $20,000 per image. You know, the other guy who was dentist, they gave him $100,000 on 124 images. You know, and Nesso got 4 images and they gave him an $800,000 fine. So it just doesn't make sense. And those are 2 white guys. So it's either racist or, you know, it's some bullshit. Doesn't make sense. You know, the charge is the charge and the bond is supposed to match the charge. Because he's got a bond for every charge. It's supposed to match the charge. So if you rob a bank, there's a bond for robbing a bank. You know, slap a kid, there's a bond for slapping a kid. You know,
Take a breath.
so it makes it all the swamp. You know, to make sure that he couldn't afford to bond out. You know, so I don't know. To me,
Girl,
it's
doesn't
crazy.
she get
And another
tired
thing
of
I
that
wanted to say-
speech
No,
all the time? It's the same
No,
damn
another issue I
speech.
took like, well, is
Like,
awesome.
shut the fuck
Like, you've been
up.
telling me a lot of things.
Stop
I
it.
don't go on pages and read and look and whatever. But the biggest thing is everybody gets mad when I talk. And I can talk because I'm not a part of this case. I don't know any
Thank
incriminating
you.
evidence.
Thank
You
you.
know, so I can talk just like the bloggers talk.
Okay.
They have an opinion and they want to call him guilty. Well, I have an opinion and I'll say he's innocent. You know, and I
Thank
can
you,
talk
sis.
just
I
like they can
appreciate
talk.
you.
I'm not on any of his cases. I don't know any of these females. And everything that I know was after he got arrested. It's
Mm,
all on the phone call
Okay.
anyway, because he told me over the phone. You
mm.
know, so I can talk. I can say what I want to say. And it's
So
return.
let me set the scene. If you're just now coming in, Sylvia was taking a victory lap like 2 or 3 days ago. This was on the 17th. When was that? Almost 4 days ago. So 4 days ago. And explaining why the child sexual abuse material, the CP charges, that case, they declined to prosecute. Okay. So they null prossed it, declined to prosecute, but they reserved the right to bring it back. Right. So she was over there literally taking a victory lap. And then she goes into this conversation about, and that's why they're not going to be able to bring back the rape. And I was like, oh, really? Now I was listening and I was like, okay. I'm like, this is okay. This is a victory lap call. And then she proceeds to call Sonya. And I was like, oh, okay. This is what y'all doing. Okay. And he just got indicted last night. So I was actually listening to this morning and I was like, oh, I know Bougie Gang's going to want to hear this. I have a journalistic obligation to deliver this Sonya information that Sonya's over here doing a victory lap with her gal pal because they think Nesto's getting ready to Tootsie slide about that jail. And I don't think that that's what's going to happen.
Harder for people to sit there and say, oh, she needs to stop talking. Oh, I can talk. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when people are innocent, they should talk. Only a guilty person
No
should shut up
problem.
so that their attorney can finesse them out of their troubles. But if you're innocent, what is the problem in stating I'm innocent? I didn't do that shit. I don't know her or I don't know him. That never happened.
She also, Reef and Muff's mom, thank you. She also stated, if you're just now coming in, that Nesto was getting ready to get a plea deal, and it's going to be nice. And they're going to give him credit towards time served, which, duh, of course they would. Because that's what they do. They credit you for the time that you've already spent behind bars. But he's also going to have to, number one, admit to guilt. Number two, he's going to be sentenced. And number three, it's going to have to happen. But how do you know he's getting a plea deal? Who told you that? Like, where did you find that information out? And are people supposed to know? If Nesto's not even allowed to tell he's getting a plea deal, if Sonia hadn't really put out that there's a plea deal, where did Sylvia get the information to update the world or whomever's listening on her channel that Sir was getting a plea deal? A plea deal where? A plea deal as the DA is continuing to prosecute on something else. So whatever. I mean, he could be getting a plea deal all he wants, but just like other people, weren't there people who got plea deals in YSL but still had a life sentence or still had murder charges going on? There were people who took deals in the YSL case but still were serving sentences on other cases and had to run their ass right back over to the jail cell, okay?
I understand the state designed a system so that the state can always win. They were the ones who made up, stay quiet until we go to trial while we sit in court and lie on you and make everything look a certain way. And if you choose to talk, they scare you. They say certain things. We can drag this out against you. We can say this about you. And that's why a lot of people don't take a stand. But people don't analyze the system and just really look at how the system is designed. It's designed for the defendants to always lose. It's not designed fairly at all. But no one pays attention until it happens to them or a loved one. They just look at it and just, that's what that is, but no. The system was designed by the state, so the state can always win. It's not designed fairly. And they say certain things that make it look or make a person think this is for your own good when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, but people play along with it because it's just what we were taught. People don't want to think. They just want to go listen and go with it. And you got to think. You got to be a thinker out here. You got to break stuff down and really put common sense to the shit that the government put in place. Really look at stuff. I really looked at YSL. I really looked at that stuff, and everything about it was foul.
Mm-hmm.
Was foul. People said in court that y'all didn't seriously pay attention. Seriously pay attention. And why did they take that off? And everybody's face. They took all that man's stuff, called him a drug test, but didn't have not one proof of drug testing. Not a connect, not a text, not a meetup, not a scale. Not pounds of dope. But they took his stuff that he earned. Honestly, they stole his stuff and dirty his face. He was doing good for the community. He was going to jails, paying people's funds.
How are you telling Sylvia what Young Thug was doing when Sylvia actually knows these people? I mean, I don't know how well she knows them. I don't know what she got going on with them folks, but at the end of the day, how are you telling? It's like, and you see how Sylvia just uses her. Okay, let me call Sylvia. Let me call Sonia on the phone right now. And she knows that this woman has a hard time shutting up. So she's going to just get her started and let her go because she wants her to contribute to her content, right?
And giving to the youth, paying for children's school supplies.
I mean, Sonia, you don't think that this lady's go-to audience know all about what Young Thug was doing? They've been following this lady, and fangirling over the Williams family, and I'm talking about the Jeffrey Williams family, for how long? So come on now.
The school year, he was really doing great for the community,
Mm-hmm.
and they sat there and tried to dirty his face.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonia picks up her dialogue from Sylvia. She listens to what Sylvia says. She looks at some bullet points or some talking points, and then she runs with it as fact.
People just really got to look at it because it could be you. You could be next. Instead, it doesn't matter because that's his life and not mine. Yeah, you could be next. That's the problem. You can be next. It could happen to anybody. I'm happy the governor signed that bill.
Yeah, I saw it.
So happy he did that.
Prosecution of misconduct.
Yeah, I'm so happy he did that. You know, you can always federally go after the state because everybody answers to something. You know, everybody. And it's just a pattern. Everything's a pattern. You got to pay attention.
Maybe they'll straighten up now in Fulton County.
You got to look at it. If you give a person who commits murder a bond, a reasonable bond, but you give a person like that dentist, they gave him no bond. The one that was doing all that cosmetic work without a license. He's sitting in jail with no bond right now.
That's not even true. The veneer specialist, he got a bond like a week later. He was with no bond, but if she goes based on like, girl, the first week. Chris Brown was in jail, what, 3-4 days ago, and they said no bond till his court date. Where's Chris Brown now? Out of jail. He got a bond, okay? They said no bond. He got another judge. They gave him a bond. They probably just told him, don't you go back across that Atlantic without coming to my court first. And they know he has business, and they know there's going to be mayhem if these people don't get their performance and their their pictures with Chris that he likes to take after the show. So they knew that they had to just to keep the people cool, they need to let him out of jail so he can go and make those coins, because he is bringing money. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl. Anywho, come on now, just stop. Nesto, even if Nesto got a reasonable bond, he still doesn't have the money to handle that business. Nobody is reporting over to the jail to do anything for him. Nesto's relationships he had are over, okay? All those people are broke, okay? In my opinion. All right? Okay, let's finish this up. It's just a couple more minutes.
And that's just a surgery doctor thing.
He didn't kill anybody. He just practiced without a license, right?
He just practiced without a license.
He just came to the attention of the board.
So, as any of you guys who have a particular job, be it a physician, an attorney, a investment broker, a real estate agent, any of these jobs out here that you cannot do without some sort of license, certification, degree, a certified public accountant, let's just say a teacher, okay? A dentist. So you think, oh, let's just even say massage therapist, beautician, okay, that hygiene, technique. So you think it's okay? He was just practicing medicine without a license. He was giving injections. He was giving cosmetic injections. He was fucking around with people's teeth. A registered nurse, okay? Practice any facet of medicine, right? You think it's okay, like it's not a big deal to do that without a license? Because more than likely, if you don't have a license, either if you do have the education and you do have the know-how, you've been trained and all of the things, you probably lost your license for a reason, right? And or you may not be licensed because you did not bother to go and get the necessary education to meet the requirement to even take a board certification, right? So are you kidding me? So are you saying that like it's okay to get like a job as a bus driver but not have a driver's license? Like, Sonia, you sound dumb. If there are jobs out here, and let's just go back to dentistry, that require a certain education and that also require a license, it's for a reason, and it's to protect people. And it's also to protect the people who actually do the profession, to make sure that it's got a standard.
Sent him a letter and told him to stop and kept doing it. But that's a bondable offense. Nobody died. Nobody got injured. Everybody was happy to my knowledge.
Nobody died.
Right? But at the same time, if you hold him in.
Let me tell you what a dirty comb did to me last week. You know what I'm saying? You guys know. This particular hair salon I went to, they do have license, right? The people who work there are licensed. But what happened, Sis ended up in the emergency room, okay? My body had to go into overdrive because of a bacteria. Something was in my scalp, okay? It sounds minor, but guess what? It was major to me to be in an ER for 4 hours and have a baseball size welt on the back of my head. Okay. Practicing without a license is serious in any profession. You have licenses for a reason. Okay. Girl, it was awful. It was awful. These people are crazy. These are the type of people you really don't want in your circle, because people who think that it's okay to kind of like relax rules, it's bad. Queen T, thank you so much for gifting 5 that means a lot to me and to the people that you gifted. Thank you for supporting this channel. I'm going to read the names in just a second. Wow, I've been Bougie Gang for 15 months. Baby, let's make some oh, look, there it is, girl. We're in the RV now. Okay, y'all. Don't play with her. Okay, we're in the RV now. What? Okay, we're in the RV. Look at us downtown Atlanta. Look at us, baby. Baby, look at us. We fancy now. This was the profile I was looking for. Okay? Baby, thank you. 15 months of membership. Okay? And let's see who got gifted. Who all got gifted? Let's see. Let me see. Who got gifted? What up, Doe? Okay, 313. Okay, Detroit. Okay. Bella. Hello. Sweet Peas. B Ann. And who else? Who else got gifted? Girl, Peekaboo. Okay, Peekaboo. Baby. That wasn't the one. Hold on. Okay. You guys just got gifted. I hope you enjoy your memberships. And I would just like to thank our sis for gifting. That was very sweet. It means a lot and it goes a long way supporting the channel. So thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Look at you guys. I feel like, oh, my thing ended, but that's okay. You guys are taking me right on into my goal. Thank you, guys. Guys, we have almost 700, but we only have 340 likes. Although the 340 likes are amazing, can at least 200 of you just double tap, for the double tap. Just double tap for the one time, for the 2 times, okay? Okay? Make sure you're subscribed, okay? Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are set. We are over here on Martin Luther King Drive, y'all, in front of the Justice Center. We are trying to make it make sense, okay? Just double tap. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's a free way to support the channel, okay? Thank you for supporting. We're going to finish this up. I didn't want to go too long, but let me check and see. Okay, let's finish this up. We only have like a couple more minutes, but you guys wanted to watch Madison with Kendra G real quick.
You know, what's the chances of us getting what we want out of him? Because there's no reason he should not have a bond. If you give somebody that kill somebody or rape somebody a bond, you should get a bond. It just don't make sense. But people don't look into people's faces, so they don't really get them.
No, they don't.
And you need to care about everything out here because it could affect you.
Okay.
People don't.
I feel like we've heard enough.
You know, they look at it and then they think just because it's a black office that they're treating black people fairly. No.
It's like, can you talk a little faster?
They are trained to go after black people.
They're trained to go after black people.
And arrest black poor people. And in the court system, you see it when a white person, gets the lighter bond or lighter sentence, but all the black people are still sitting there with no bond or high bond. If they know these people can't reach, and they sit in there. It shouldn't be overpopulated with so many black people because white people commit crime too. They won't show you that on the news. They won't show you that.
I saw plenty of white people on the news. You know how many white women I have seen get life sentences recently? Baby, the white women are going down bad, okay? I have seen plenty of white, black, Latina. I've seen plenty of people out here looking real bad, okay? get major sentences. What is you talking about, ma'am? What are you talking about? Girl, everybody out here is catching it. If you go into those damn courtrooms, baby, Lori Vallow got, how many life sentences does Lori Vallow have? Okay, she killed her kids. She participated in the murder of Tammy Daybell. She just got convicted of killing Charles Vallow, so that's 4. She's damn near a serial killer. What are you talking about? She's a whole white woman with blonde hair in Idaho and Arizona. The lady's got 4 life sentences. What is you talking about? We see other than, I mean, it's not just black people out here catching sentences. What are you talking about?
Like people in court,
Jesus, man. Yes.
But the system is flawed, seriously. And because you got black mayor, black DA, black this, black that, you think it's not racist. It is racist. They're just doing the dirt for the person who put it in place. It's just another version of black on black.
Okay.
You got street thugs killing each other.
Okay, lady, we're gonna let you go. I can't take it for one more minute. Let's pivot real quick. We got 2 pivots to do, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. I wanted to show you guys this. So I'm over here at Neek at night. Hold on a second. Let me fix this. Neek went to Neek is in New York, and she was on the streets, and she's kind of reporting of what's going on. And baby, guess who she? Remember, I said certain people we hadn't seen. We hadn't seen a certain reporter on the YouTube streets. Guess who caught the reporter on the YouTube streets?
Guys who was
Hold on. I'm gonna let her do her thing for a minute. But you know Neek at night, of course, right? Neek is there for the week. She is over and she is reporting on the Diddy trial. And baby, hold on a second.
It's looking like outside.
Look who she caught outside.
I don't even know what to tell y'all right now. All right, so as I'm walking out,
girl, look who she caught outside. She caught your favorite courtroom blogger, okay? Maybe not your favorite, but somebody. She caught somebody's favorite out here on the streets, okay? Girl, hold on a second.
Out. Hey, Sylvia, tell people hey. All right, so I'm just showing y'all the lay of the land, what it looks like outside, what the atmosphere.
Okay, so that's Neek. You guys know Neek, okay? All right, we're gonna pivot again. All right. And then I'm gonna let y'all go because I got y'all rolling over to our good. Hold on just a second. Let me find this. Like several of you guys sent this to me last night. You guys were very concerned. You guys wanted to make sure I was all like I saw the shenanigans, and I did. I was. Hold on.
I barely checked.
Baby, hold on a second. So, Kendra G is wearing a hat. No, we're not here to talk about that. But wait, let me fix this. Hold up. When you try to wear a hat when you have a wig on, that's a very risky thing. But okay. Sis had Madison on, Sonya's former bestie. Okay, let me switch sides on this. Hold on. I feel like it's weird. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, so Madison is out here looking for dates. Madison, you know what I'm gonna say about this? After watching this, I'm not gonna lie. Madison did a little bit for her image with this particular thing. Did you not think so? When she got caught out there spokespersoning for the situation that happened at the Red Martini and the situation with the Judge Christina, who's still in the shits with Fulton County for her behavior, still doesn't have her judgeship, all of the things, right? She seems like a nice girl. I mean, I'm not running to try to be friends with her or anything, but she seems like she's trying to find love. Girl, it's baby. Okay, I was trying to be nice. Let's just
I
get
DM from
into it
you.
real
You
quick,
reached out to me
okay?
last week and were like, I really want to come on your show. And you have
Let
a
me slow it
story. How did you
down.
hear about my show, first of all? Kendra G Singles, the dating app, is available now on iPhones and Android phones.
Relationship, I used to always check your live out. So I just
Okay.
always liked what you was doing. And then I had a friend that was on here before, and she was on here. And then also being from King of Diamonds, one of the guys that does my brunch with me every Sunday, he was on here, Dance Machine.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm the creator of that brunch. So he told me I should do the show.
Okay. So I don't know everything. So I'm about to meet you for the first time. I'm gonna go through my list of questions. I know you
She's
told
the
me some of the
creator
stuff in
of
the
the
DM, but I'll let it
KOD
just come out as we do the interview.
brunch.
Okay.
All right. Tell me your name again, honey.
My name is Madison.
And you're in Atlanta, right?
Yes, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
And how old are you?
I'm 51.
Oh, okay.
51.
And what do you do for a living?
I am a recording artist. They call me Cougar, and I'm also an entrepreneur here in Atlanta. I do the KOD brunch, and I also do marketing and promotions.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I do too.
How old are your two kids?
My son is 21,
I've never seen that color lipstick before in my life. It's like a very bright peach.
and my daughter is 29.
Both by the same man?
No, I was married twice.
Okay. When did you get divorced last?
I've been divorced for now 9 years.
Okay. And what's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
Aries.
Y'all, we're going to have to talk about this in a couple of hours. I promise on a stack of Bibles. I'm coming back. Jen and CG are losing their shit. Evelyn Lozado has been doxing Jen. Jen and CG went live and acted a complete fool on a live stream. And I've been meaning to talk to you guys about it for a while. It happened maybe it happened over the weekend, but baby, hold on, what is this right here? Oh, that's not it. I was like, is this the marriage license? No, that's the Earnest and Shirley marriage license. I'll have to pull out the Jen and CG one. Okay. We were looking for this high and low, and finally it materialized. I'll have to get the Jen and CG one out. But baby, Evelyn confronted them about not getting married in Paris, and the information that dropped in the blogs about, who dropped it first, about them getting married in Las Vegas and so yes, we definitely need to get caught up. So we will, I promise. Okay. Well, we're not on Evelyn's side per se, but Evelyn is exposing the BS. Okay. And I think Jen and CG are very goofy. So, girl, I'm on the side of we just want to get caught up on the tea.
So we got Madison in Atlanta, 51, is an Aries, entrepreneur, recording artist, mom of two kids by two men. She was married twice. Now the recording artist, that's the part I remember. So I don't remember it all, but you DM'd me and you told me you dated somebody famous and then you made a diss record. And then what was that story again?
Yes, I dated someone that was in one of the R&B groups from back in the day, and I redid the track. I just remixed it with Little Scrappy. It's called Ghosted because after 11 months in the relationship, he just totally went ghost.
Okay. Is it a secret of who the artist is? Do you not say his name?
I just say that he was in one of the groups. Silk. I tell you, his name was Jimmy Gates. Everybody knows who he was.
Okay, so was this recording?
I would never have known recent? Individual people's names.
I recorded a record about 3 years ago, and me and Scrappy did the remix. Me and Little Scrappy just did the remix about 3 months ago.
Okay.
Nobody.
Now, is he one of your children's dad?
No.
Okay. No. So how does he feel about this record?
I'm sure he doesn't like it that much, but I didn't enjoy being ghosted after we were in a serious relationship.
How long were you in a serious relationship for?
We was in a relationship for 11 months. We met on a Valentine's Day because I booked the group to perform for one of my parties.
Hold on a second. This is Jimmy Gates, baby. He looks crazy. Hold on. And you're writing diss tracks? If some guy ghosts you, baby, goodbye. Bye. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Hold on.
Perform at my brunches and my events here in Atlanta. So we met on a Valentine's Day, and that's when we started dating.
And so for 11 months, y'all were in a relationship, not dating.
We were in a relationship. After 3 months, it became a relationship.
Got you. Did he live in Atlanta too?
Yes, he does.
Okay. And then I guess 11 months into the relationship, he just disappeared?
Yes, just disappeared. We came back from a show out of town. I had to do my brunch that Sunday. I got up in the morning. I said, I'll call you when I get done with my brunch. I never heard from him again. And the next time I found out, somebody DM'd me a picture after I came out with the song, and they said, sis, he's married. That's why you didn't hear from him again. He told me he was divorced.
So when y'all were in this relationship, how often were you seeing each other?
All the time. He had moved out. He was rebuilding. If you listen to the lyrics of the song, I say sleeping in an airbed. I was supporting him. I thought he was just rebuilding his life after he had got a divorce, because that's the story that he had told me. So that's what I was under impression.
When did this happen? What year was this?
This was 3 years ago.
So
I've had the song now for 3 years.
So 2022.
Yes.
And you haven't seen his face ever since he ghosted you?
Because we both do R&B music. I have been at a show and I saw him like about 8 months after he ghosted me. But I try to stay away from where he's at, where he's located. I don't really do his events.
I want to know, did you see him with his wife? Did he approach you? Did he say anything?
No, he wasn't with his wife. He was just doing a show. I have never seen his wife, just on a picture.
So he was performing when you saw him? Like you didn't see him backstage?
No, I tried to go to the side of the stage and I tried to have a conversation with him, but he took off running.
We don't talk a lot about relationship stuff over here. If somebody ghosts you, you're 50 years old, you get ghosted, boo-boo, it's over. Like, just let it go. There's nothing cute about being ghosted, but there's nothing about being ghosted that's your fault. If somebody is not mature enough to end a relationship, fuck them. Okay? That's it. Don't run after somebody for closure. Also, you find out the dude is married? Are you crazy? He's probably trying to save you from 2 bullets from his wife. He probably got knocked upside the head with a skillet. And he's probably trying to save you from her. Because she's probably crazy. When you're dealing with a cheating ass man, homegirl is probably ready to kill somebody. And it won't be him, it'll probably be you. Okay? So he ghosted you maybe to save you from his crazy ass wife who's sick of him cheating. Okay? And he's trying to recover from getting knocked in the head with a skillet. Okay? Leave the man alone.
And after the song came out, he didn't text you or say anything?
No, he had some of his family members to text me and tell me not to put out the song. It's not in my best interest. It will hurt my career. And that just made me more determined to put the song out. So, and now I remix it.
And now you remix it.
Okay.
Girl.
And I'm looking for medicine. A man might be scared to mess with you, child. Yeah, you gonna put him on
She's mad. She won't leave him alone. Girl.
And like, don't play with medicine, because she gonna put, if you don't act right, she gonna make a song about it.
Yes. Yes. But music is about emotions. So I was a little emotional from that.
Listen,
He got sick on that dick. He was giving her some of that. So he was giving her something. He made her feel some type of way, and then she lost her mind and sat there and started writing songs like she's Taylor Swift. Sis, you're not Taylor Swift.
And how you want to tell your story.
Leave that man alone.
After a breakup happens. But I mean, just being honest, there are going to be some men that are going to be nervous because they're like, do I want my story to be out there next? So here's the deal, fellas. Only hit if you plan on coming correct, because if you don't, you already know. This song number 2.
She's writing songs.
You got the beat already. Don't give it a lyrics. Okay, let's start.
I don't know why Kendra is always wearing a too small hat. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but Kendra always has on a too small hat.
Madison, what kind of man are you looking for?
I'm looking for a man that's about family, that's spiritual. Also, he has to be a go-getter and just match my fly and understand my life.
Did she say match her fly? What? She said match her fly. Let's take a quick look for a second. She said she wants someone to match her fly. Oh, okay, sis.
Style and not be insecure about it. I know I have a background in the past, but they just got to come at me correctly. I'm never going to write a song about somebody just doing me right. That's all I have.
Okay. they're asking me to, because I do normally say this.
Okay.
So they want you to give 20 seconds of the song. So is it a rap or a sing? Are you a
Oh
singer
my
or a rapper?
Lord. Oh my
It's
Lord.
part rap and part singing, so I give you the beginning of the song.
They want
Are
you
you
to
ready?
sing. So the request is for you to sing.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
I sing the hook.
Okay.
But I have to go into the rap, the beginning of the song, and then I end with the hook.
Okay.
Okay, so it's sleeping with a nigga in the air bed, average dick, not getting a pair, riding about here, pay here car, thought this nigga was a superstar, couldn't even afford me, broke ass nigga ignored me, got me out here on my grind. Have you ever been?
I could cut a record better than that. That's awful. Have this thing
Ghosted.
ghosted.
Wait, I heard ear mattress. I heard the penis wasn't good. I heard
No, Danny, that took me off
Shirley,
track.
you let
Today.
it all
We're having a
out.
little fun.
I was upset, Kendra. That's when I was mad. Now it's just turned into a healing process for me. Really getting it out on the music helped me heal from it, to tell the truth.
Okay.
Okay, sing it one more time.
One more time.
One more
All
time.
right.
Okay.
What kind of man you looking for?
I'm just looking for a man
Wait,
that
quick,
is
Madison, don't have your head cut off.
okay.
Okay. What kind of man?
Okay. I'm looking for a man that's a go-getter, someone that he doesn't have to really be wealthy, but he has to just match what I'm doing. I want to have a power couple situation, someone that's matching what I'm doing so we can grow together. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Ma'am, you're 51. There's no time to grow together. A 51-year-old man, if he's not have grown, baby, he's not gonna. Okay? 51 for a man, things should be going. Okay? There's no growing at 51. Okay? No, ma'am.
What are your deal breakers?
I don't really like young dudes.
You have a damn almost a 30-year-old daughter. That's who's growing at 30. At 50, baby, I'm ready for vacation. I'm ready to start cashing out annuities. I want to be somewhere else. I want to be at the beach. I want to be at our second property. Are you kidding me? Ain't no growing in no 50s. Girl, bye.
Even though my artist name is Cougar, I really prefer someone for 40 and up. He can't be insecure. I need somebody that's secure in who he is and very comfortable with what I have going on in my life, and I can be comfortable with him. And also, he has to be about family. I've been dating a lot of guys that just don't appreciate coming from a big family and doesn't understand.
That wig looks crusty as hell, doesn't look at Kendra G's face. Like Madison, baby, the whole look is washed out. The lip color is going into your face. The blonde wig looks crusty as hell. She seems like a nice person, but it's like, sis, stop.
And
that's what I would say.
Me spending time with my family.
Okay.
Is it a look or no?
Should he look a certain way?
The makeup is horrible.
I used to think I had a type, but really I just like people that match my energy now. Somebody that just makes me feel good.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
I do like taller guys.
Okay.
Who doesn't like a tall man? Please. Who doesn't like a nice tall situation?
Guys that smoke. I don't like guys that don't know how to communicate. You have to be able to communicate with me and be able to get your point across.
But you know what happened? You know what that means when a man doesn't communicate with you? He doesn't care. God, why is it that some of us don't understand certain things? When someone's not communicating with you, they don't care. Men who don't communicate with you don't care anymore. Why is that so hard to understand? If he's not talking, he's not interested. He doesn't want to hear you talk.
There's somebody that is a go-getter, not just too comfortable and just want to Netflix and chill and stay in the house all the time.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. Wait. We gotta see. Can that person hold the camera? Who's with you?
Oh, that's my friend. He just moved here from London, and I was in the middle of visiting him. That's Chance.
Hey, Chance, give him the phone because I couldn't really do the Kendra Cam. Have him put.
Girl, why don't you jump on Chance? Girl, what are you doing? Is he not girl, what happened to my screen? Oh, okay. I was like, what happened? What happened? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Jump on
Okay.
pants.
Okay.
This is be better. All right. And bring it down so we can see your legs. Bring it down. Okay, now we see you. Wait, no, bring it down, sir. You see it, sir. There we go. Okay.
Men do
All right,
not
we
know
got
how to
you, girl.
operate
Okay.
selfie
We see
cameras.
you, mama.
Oh, you think
So, man,
he's
so do you want the guy
well,
to be
they
in
could have a lavender. They could be lavender. Why not? Look, quiet as it's kept, some gay men do not mind having a female. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you want to okay. I've heard many gay men say, like, let me get a couple of beers, right? I've heard that. I have heard that. I was listening to a guy talk about lavender relationships, and he was like, after a couple of beers, I'll give you that too. Like you know what I mean? I think he wants a girlfriend, but he wants to just be able to do what he wants to do. Okay.
Atlanta?
I I would like for him to be in Atlanta, but I'm open to travel. I like to travel, so.
Okay. What is you already did the age
Maybe she can get hooked up with Dre.
range? You say you want to date 40 and up?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 51, so 40 to about 55.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I've been celibate now for 7 months.
Okay. Are you celibate until relationship, marriage?
I was celibate right now because I just was going through a spiritual cleanse. I think
I was like, what month is this? Okay, so you have been celibate for 7 months. Okay. Right before the holidays. You stopped giving up Putty Cat right before the holidays. You were single before the holidays. And is that because you got ghosted? Madison, stop it. You got gifted. Baby, you got ghosted before the holidays because these bums that you date didn't want to buy you anything, okay?
I was just meeting all the wrong men in all the wrong places. So I felt like there were some things
Girl, she needs to find herself a nice 60-something-year-old, get a better wig, and lose that ugly color lipstick. Okay? If she lost that ugly lipstick and get a better, like a wig that actually had some movement, you know what I mean? Like if you're going to wear a wig, wear a wig. Don't wear a crunchy old stale wig. Wear a wig. If you're going to wear it, just like I would say, Kendra, if you're going to wear a hat that fits,
I
okay?
need to work on in myself. So that's why I became celibate.
Okay. So is there a goal to this or just no goal?
Well, it was up until my birthday, and my birthday was April 2nd. So now that's why I said I'm gonna come on your show and see if I can get some look in dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had to set a goal at 51 years old to not give up your Putty Cat. That's sad. Okay. Grown men don't want to hear that you have to actually like set a goal to not be a slore. Okay. If you want to give up your Putty Cat at 51 years old, damn it, you shouldn't have to set a goal for that. That's sad.
What you got to work on?
I think I'm too trusting. A lot of my friends say I'm too trusting. One of my other flaws is I'm too giving. He's adding things on.
What is he saying?
And also, I could be a little bit judgmental and
he's piling on. Chances over there throwing things out.
Dating. Like sometimes I think I knocked myself out of dating some of the people I was dating because I was looking for the wrong things.
Okay, what were some of the things you were looking for in the past that you felt were the wrong things?
I was so focused on looks. I was like focused on looks. I was so focused on.
Why don't you focus on your looks? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but if you're going to focus on someone else's looks, then that means you're focusing on yours. Back to the crusty wig. Okay.
Like he had to have a certain kind of job, things like that. But now I've been meeting men that's they go getters and whatever.
Do you see that? It's awful.
They're doing, and I've learned to date people for who they are more so than judging what
really
they do
help
and all
you.
that other stuff.
I gotta say, I feel for the women in Atlanta. Atlanta is a tough dating market. You know, we did. I did a singles live tour, and we did like the speed dating, and we did in Atlanta. And usually in some of the cities, like the way the speed dating would work was.
I just don't understand why Kendra has that hat on. It doesn't even fit.
The guys would get a chip and they would invite the first girl they wanted to speed date with, and then everybody would rotate the girls, but you had to be invited by a guy. Atlanta was the first city where majority of the men did not want to pick the girls. Like they literally wanted to be picked. And I was like, fellas, you have to pick a girl. And they really are. And I'm not saying, again, this doesn't apply to all the men in Atlanta. So if I'm not talking to you, don't feel it in your soul. But there are a lot of, when I say princess, I don't mean gay. I mean men that feel like you got to court them. There's a lot of men in Atlanta that feel like I'm the prize. So if you want me, how much energy are you going to put in to get me? I didn't feel that energy in other cities, but I definitely felt that in Atlanta. So I feel for the women. I feel for the women in
so
ATL.
True. It's so true. I go out in Atlanta a lot in my social life, and if you don't approach them, they will not approach you.
Fuck them. Leave them alone. Don't talk to them. That's not for you.
Yeah. So my prayers are with you, ATL girls. All right. Why would a guy be like to be with you, Madison?
I think I love to cook. So you're going to always eat good with me. I love to do fun things. I'm a fun person. I love to travel. And I believe in building. I believe it's very important to be in a relationship with someone that you can build with. And I love my family. And nothing's like a good old cookout. So
Thank you.
I think I'm a fun person to be with.
Okay, let's do it. Madison, ATL 51. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app, Madison?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what's your name on the app?
My name is at COUGS. At
COU?
COUGS.
GS. Okay, yes. Here's that's a good picture.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
COUGS. Outfit. COUGS.
Yes.
COUGS is her Kendra G Singles dating app name. COUGS. COUGS. Madison in Atlanta. Okay. So Madison, long-term relationship. She's a recording artist. Are you a new recording artist?
Yes, I am. I just got my distribution with Universal Music Group about 4 months ago, and I'm recording my first album right now.
Oh wow! So,
yes.
and what kind is it? Rapping?
No, it's R&B music.
Thank you, Barbie.
Yes. My style has kind of changed since Ghosted. My style is totally different.
Okay. I'm just looking for love and looking all in the wrong places. I live a very busy lifestyle as a recording artist and entrepreneur. I'm looking for someone who's not insecure and a go-getter, but you got to match my fly. COUGS is her Kendra G Singles dating app name. COUGS. Hit up Madison and let's see what it does. All right, you can send her a DM, fellas. Click on this to send her a DM. I'm gonna send her one right now. Hey, girl, hey. And there you have it. All right, Madison, you should have got it if you're logged into the app. You should have got a message.
All right.
Praying for man. Okay.
I didn't hear you. What did you say? Say it again.
I said, keep me posted how it goes.
I will. I hope I have a huge update for you.
Keep me posted. Bye, boo.
Bye.
Okay.
I mean, look, this is my reaction about Madison. She's at least got a decent attitude. Okay. She's got a decent attitude. She's smiley. She seems like she wants to have a good time. She has done a spiritual cleanse. She has kept her middle unto herself for about 7 months, which for some people you would think that that's like a big damn deal, but she has kept her middle free. Okay. She has kept her middle free and she has cleansed her middle. She made a decision and, since before the holidays. So she's ready for somebody to come and handle that business, okay? Which might end up being a big disaster. I don't know what to say. She seems very nice and smiley. She seems like she might be a nice girl, but those pictures were all wrong. You're going to attract somebody who just wants to take you for a spin around the block. The fact that you were with a whole married man for 11 months, I'm not sure of your discernment. Okay. I'm just going to be honest. Your discernment meter is probably bad. Okay. You were with a whole married man for 11 months and didn't know. That's bad news, sis. You missed some signs, some road marks, all of the things. He had to dump and ghost you. And then you sat there and wrote songs about him and you are 51 years old, baby. I would be concerned about how you can handle relationships and rejection if it's not what you think it's going to be. So anyway, I don't know. We're not doing a dating show right now. But anyway, that was Sonia's former best friend. Madison. Okay. She showed up on Kendra G looking for help to find a man. Okay. All right. Gosh, remember when Big Mustard was on there and she had like a damn breakdown. Anyway, guys, we are totally off topic today, but this was so much fun. Don't forget to catch my Diddy update. I would appreciate you guys supporting. That was fun too. We had a good time getting caught up this morning on what's going on day 8. And I think that's everything. I feel like we're good. You guys hold on real quick and I'm going to get you guys to roll over to our good sis. Hopefully she hasn't already gone live, but if she has, you guys will be in there. I'm going to go ahead and roll you over to our good sis over at Law and Orderish. Okay. Poor Madison. Okay. I'm sure she's going to find someone, girl. Anyway, you guys, have a good one. Make sure to hit the thumbs up for me. I will see you guys next time. If anything pops off in between now and whenever, I'll be back. We are going to do a Gen and CG update. I promise. We got to. It's like so necessary. Okay. You guys take care. Have a wonderful afternoon. Okay. And keep your legs closed to married men. Okay. It's trouble. Married men are trouble. Okay. Keep your legs closed to married men. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Okay then.
What that mean? In 2 weeks I get some?
I don't know nothing about that. I mean, I'm on.
But me, I just dogged on all the way around. Nastiness, though. I'm telling folks, man, I ain't did nothing with these folks, man. Hold on, no.
What's the name of that song? What's the name of that song? You know what? You know what?
What?
It's funny that you said that you did prop that some business. So when you said that,